welcome to Life Worth Living. We are live here from Miami, Florida. Right now it is 10:16 p.m. Yes, we are late. We do apologize, but we are live right now, and we want you, yes, you who are there on the other side that have been struggling with a problem, especially the people, like I said a couple of days ago, you guys who, unfortunately and sadly, you're always with your sleeves up like this. No, it's blazing hot and you still have your long sleeves on, not because you have a fever, but because you are one of the many people who unfortunately cut. And you're ashamed about it. You don't want nobody to find out. You don't want no one to suspect. So you just keep them long and you keep that sadness inside of you prolonged. If you are one of these people who have been feeling the desire or the need to cut himself to feel not better, just less bad, then I want you to send us your comments right now, put your name down, and reach out for help, because this Sunday in every YPG we are going to be having the help event. This is a Sunday that we dedicate for people who have been struggling with situations like this and who have enough. They had enough, they want to stop, they want to quit, they want to find a change. All right, tonight I'm going to show you the testimony of Kirian, who came to us, and she used to cut, but thanks to coming to the YPG and learning how to believe, how to use her faith, today she doesn't need to cut anymore. Unfortunately, yesterday, we had this tragedy that happened here in Miami, and we are again going to be praying for all the families of those who lost somebody. If you haven't heard about it, this is what happened.
Me and my boyfriend had just driven under the bridge, and we actually commented on how new it was and how they were still doing construction. There were some construction workers on the side still working on the base, and as soon as we had turned right into the FIU campus and had turned into the garage, we had heard a loud bang, and at first we had thought that we had hit something, and when we looked around, we saw that the bridge had collapsed on multiple vehicles.
And so right now I'm seeing the entire street closed off to traffic, but you were saying because of the construction that this street had been closed off for some time?
Yes, ma'am. I believe that they had just opened it this past Saturday, and they closed it down Friday at 9 p.m. and then opened it up on Saturday. And 8th Street is a very busy street, so whenever they close it down, it's a big deal. Yeah, 8th Street, for folks who know Miami, know Southwest 8th is not it is a heavily trafficked street. Do you know anything about casualties or injuries? I was only to see one, and it was one of the construction workers who had been injured in the fall, and he was pulled onto the side of the road. He seemed a little delirious, a little confused, and he had just looked like he had been hurt in the mouth. He said that there wasn't pain anywhere else, and they had put him on a stretcher and taken him away. I know there was a woman that was able to get out of her car safely, and she was actually a nurse. And then there was, I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman that they were able to get out from under the bridge and started CPR. And started CPR on that person.
And now we have seen throughout the news of these people. We even had a friend of one of the members here of the YPG who unfortunately lost their lives in this tragedy. And we have had massacres in schools now, bridges collapsing near universities that are part of the university. And this stuff is going to continue happening. It's sad to say, but it's the fact. But it doesn't have to happen to you. When someone uses their faith and really takes their faith seriously, and they're not ashamed of it, they're really bold about it, then things take a turn for the better for them. Stuff is still going to go down around them, but inside of them, it's going to be completely different. All right? I want to share with you this testimony of Kirian, and she is going to tell us about what she overcame, and the same help that she found, you are going to find this Sunday in our help event at every YPG nationwide. I'm talking about California, New York, Chicago, Atlanta. I'm talking about all throughout the U.S. Wherever there is a YPG, there will be these coordinators, tribe leaders, people who have been in your shoes and know how to get out of these shoes. Let's watch Kirian's story.
Mi nombre es Noeli Belisario, tengo 22 años de edad y soy higienista dental. Hoy en día mi vida es totalmente diferente, soy una joven feliz y con personalidad, pero no todo el tiempo fue así. Mi sufrimiento comenzó desde pequeña, cuando sentí que mi mamá me abandonó, ya que nació mi hermanito menor y ella prestaba toda su atención a él. Entonces ella me dejaba a un lado. Yo comencé a crecer con odio y rencor hacia ella por esas cosas que ella hacía. En mi adolescencia, ella comenzó a decirme palabras como que yo no podía, yo no servía para nada, y todas esas palabras fueron repercutiendo en mi crecimiento, en mi adolescencia. No me sentía capaz de nada. Incluso mis notas en el liceo fueron horribles porque yo creía que no podía superar una buena nota o que no podía alcanzar aquellas cosas que yo quería lograr. Mi adolescencia fue influenciada por amistades también. Todo lo que ellos me decían que yo hiciera, yo lo hacía. No tenía personalidad. Ellos me llevaban a fiestas, ellos me llevaban a tomar y yo lo hacía. Yo lo hacía para encajar en un círculo, para encajar con ellos, ya que en mi casa no sentía que tenía ese amor de familia, ese amor de mamá, ese amor de papá o ese amor de hermanos. Yo lo hacía con ellos, yo me refugiaba con ellos. Hacía cosas que no me gustaban, simplemente por estar con ellos. Hacían cosas que yo me sentía incómoda, que me hacían sentir incómoda como persona, pero simplemente porque ellos lo hacían, yo lo hacía. Me torné una persona rebelde, grosera con todas las personas. Sentía odio con todas las personas que me pasaban alrededor, era como que un odio hacia ellas sin explicación alguna. Tenía amigos que eran rockeros y yo entré a esa tendencia. Me volví rockera, me cortaba las venas con ellos, me pintaba el cabello de colores, siempre para llevarle la contraria a mi mamá, para hacerla molestar, porque yo sabía que eso la molestaba y yo lo hacía con mucha más razón, tanto para encajar en un círculo social como también llevarle la contraria a ella. Ella nunca, o yo pensaba que ella nunca me quería o nunca me comprendía como persona. Mi fondo del pozo, o como yo así lo considero, es cuando intenté matar a mi mamá. Porque yo decía que todo mi sufrimiento era causa de ella. Y si yo cortaba con la raíz de mi sufrimiento, la fuerza joven llegó a mi vida a través de una invitación. Recuerdo que los muchachos me insistían mucho para que participara. No me gustaba, no me llamaba la atención el grupo porque yo decía que era un grupo para niños o que era un grupo un simple grupo y ya yo tenía mi círculo de amigos, ya yo tenía mi grupo en el que yo me sentía cómoda. La Fuerza Joven Venezuela hizo por mí un cambio total. Me enseñó a ser una joven con personalidad, que era lo primordial, era lo principal que yo necesitaba, porque yo no tenía personalidad. Entonces ellos o el grupo me enseñó a tener personalidad, me enseñó a superar todos los traumas, los complejos, todas aquellas cosas que venía cargando desde mi niñez. Ellos me enseñaron a superarlas. Mi vida hoy en día es totalmente diferente. Soy una joven con personalidad, soy una joven feliz, amo a mi familia, amo a mi mamá, me amo a mí misma, que es lo importante, porque yo no me quería, sentía asco por mí misma. Fuerza Joven para mí significa una familia. Allí encontré un amor de hermanos, de padre, de madre, un amor, una segunda familia, podría decirlo así. Hoy soy una joven con actitud y por eso soy visionaria.
And that's such a great testimony. And you heard that she had her life completely changed, completely transformed. And you can have the same. I have seen many youths that comes to the church, but they don't want to come to the YPG because they think, oh, it's a bunch of kids, they're just playing around. And the truth is that there is not what the YPG is all about.
The nerds, right?
Yeah, we're not. Come on, we're not that.
Nerds.
We're not that. But we are a group of people that can help you to overcome your problems, your troubles, the situation that you think that nobody's going through. And we have people that faced the same thing and had their life transformed, changed. And I have testimonies, and not testimonies, sorry. I have comments here. Yes, of people that are commenting right now, and I want to ask before I read you to share the link of this video with your friends, your family, whoever you might know. You might be helping someone. I have Annabelle Fuentes saying YPG Port St. Lucie. I have Vivi Cueto saying, come on guys, invite people to watch the show. So I urge you to do the same, invite your friends to watch the show. I have here Desley Souza saying hashtag YPG USA. Danielle Pinheiro is saying YPG Orlando. I also have Robert Baraja saying YPG Miami and hashtag Judah. I have here Gabi Cruz saying FJU Brazil. We are with you. And I have Annabelle Fuentes. She's asking, where is everyone? I have no idea, Annabelle, so that's why I'm asking. Invite your friends, post it on your group chat that you have there, of your YPG, your church, whatever. Invite your friends to watch and post it in your page as well, right?
Yes, and for all of you who haven't heard about this yet, I have not seen her here tonight, but I would like to call upon
Rebecca.
Yes, Rebecca. Today, I have another message. I have something here on this board.
Please call Rebecca to watch the show because
Yes,
I don't see her
for those of you
here.
who don't know who Rebecca is our YPG media coordinator. She oversees the state of Florida, and she does a great job in what she does, and we thank her for her help and her assistance. But there is something that she has promised us, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
A few days ago.
The YPG Nation is asking for what, Bruna?
We want to know where is the challenge, Rebecca.
The challenge, Rebecca. Yes,
Where is
the challenge.
it? We want to know.
This pen will reveal here on this board what is today's mystery question. You want to find out what's on this board? Then let's reach the 50 view mark. Let's reach the 25 view mark.
Let's go for the 25 because
okay,
I want to show
25.
this thing. Yeah.
All right, but right now, what are we going to do? We're going to put my board aside, and we are going to another testimony of someone who overcame cutting. Bruna, what do you think is not the reason, but one of the things that sparked this whole cutting thing?
I think
For the girls.
I think when you're facing a problem that you don't know how to solve, that you don't know how to go over the situation, and then you're gonna find someone that is going through a similar thing. And that person, I think that's what makes many people go and start cutting. It's always someone that showed her this way of relief, you know? Oh, if you cut, you're gonna feel that your pain is going away, your emotional pain is going away when you're suffering like a physical pain. So I believe not only for the girls also, but for in general, is because of someone that introduced this cutting thing as a way of relieving or being free from that emotional pain that the person is going through.
So, in your point of view, it's they,
Friends.
But I don't even think sometimes that they do it to harm somebody. You know, in their point of view, it's like it's not that they're not that they want to harm them or they want them to be on that path. Because like I was saying in the beginning of the show, they're always with their sleeves up. No, they don't want no one to find out. If it was that great, if it was
they would be proud
amazing,
of it. Yeah.
You know, they would know, wear their scars with pride. And some people actually do. But they don't hide the fact that they have those scars because of the trauma, because of the depression, because they're suicidal. And in your case that you're watching me right now, and you are maybe with this razor in your hands, or maybe you're watching me and you are looking at your wrists, you're looking at your arms, you're feeling there the scar on your thigh or on the back of your feet. You're ashamed, you're embarrassed, but you find nothing else. Find the help you need this Sunday. And it's not only here in Miami. For as much as we are going to be here with arms wide open, we have done it for many other people. And yes, we are going to do it for you as well. We're going to also help you. So the address is 3501 West Flagler Street. You can come with your sleeves up, with your sleeves long. It doesn't matter. But come. Don't Get over the embarrassment. Get over the whole, oh, but what are they going to think of me? Are they going to have to put me in a circle and have me talk about my problem?
No, it's not an AA
this
meeting.
is not
Don't
an
worry.
AA meeting. This is the YPG meeting. It's a YPG hangout, and that's where you are going to be hanging out with us this Sunday at 1 p.m. Speaking of which, this Sunday we're going to be hosting a basketball and a soccer game in our sports center. We're having the guys out there from Miami Shores coming out. We're calling out Miami Shores. Jasmine Powell, get ready for Miami. Flagler is on the loose. Okay, you have any more comments?
I have here YPG Florida asking, where is Rebecca? Also, Annabelle Fuentes asking the same. Rebecca, YPG challenge, and a bunch of like emojis like this. So,
exactly.
Where is the challenge, Rebecca? We want to know, and we want to know first of all, where is Rebecca? Because she's not even here. I see Rafaela Bandeira that just joined us. I see Denise Avila that just joined us. Miriam Fuentes, also Moses Lanza, and I have here Robert Baraja saying Flagler on the loose, ready for this Sunday. That's what we have for now.
And Jorge Lanza, our YPG coordinator from the great state of Kendall. Yes, the country called Kendall. For those of you who don't know where Kendall is like down the street. But he is our YPG coordinator for our branch out there in Kendall. I have Miriam Fuentes, she's writing, estoy viendo, muchas gracias por su atención, por su audiencia, and many others who are joining us right now. Without further ado, let's see what Kyrian did to change the course of her life, and today she can wear long or even no sleeves at all. Those marks don't bother her anymore.
Mi nombre es Cintia y a los 15 años perdí la razón de vivir. En mi familia había muchos pleitos. Cada vez que mi papá se enojaba, él me empezaba a pegar a mí, a veces a mis hermanos, a mi hermana. Cada vez que él me arrastraba por el pasillo, empezaba a pensar que, ok, después de esto voy a cometer suicidio. Entonces fue hasta el punto que empecé a cortarme la muñeca con un alfiler. Una vez agarré pastillas que habían en casa y durante todo el día trataba de agarrar una, pues otra, y en vez de hacerlo todo en una, lo hacía durante el día para ver si iba a tener el efecto. El día que metí mi cabeza debajo del agua para ya terminar con mi vida, ese día estaba pensando que si terminaba mi vida, que no iba a tener más problemas en este mundo, que mi familia, que ahí verdaderamente iban a ver la ausencia de mí en ellos, y que a lo mejor en ese tiempo ahí sí me iban a extrañar, que ahí iban a saber que hicieron un error, que ellos iban a ver el problema que cometieron en mi vida cuando mi papá me pegaba, pero no pensaba en que iba a haber una solución. Entonces pensaba que la solución era terminar con mi propia vida y terminar con todos los problemas en mi familia, todos los problemas que estaban pasando dentro de mí y en mis pensamientos. Cuando encontré el YPG, encontré a personas que habían tenido problemas como los míos, pero sabían superarlos, sabían cuál era la solución, y eran amistades de verdad, amistades que realmente querían ver mi bien y querían ver la solución en mi vida para tener como es el satisfecho de ver a otras personas felices. No camino con una sonrisa falsa, no es una sonrisa de apariencia que después en la noche que se corta y empiezo a pensar en otros problemas y llorar y todo eso. No, ahora es despierto feliz y me voy a dormir feliz. Hoy tengo razón de vivir y soy libre.
And we have YPG Kendall. Yes, YPG Kendall, Grace Reyes, who's hashtagging the YPG Kendall. I have Samuel Fonseca, who just joined us. Bispo André da Silva, who just joined us as well. And many others. And you can be one of the many who joined this great nation of the YPG. That was Cynthia's testimony. That was not Kieran's testimony. But we have already Kieran's testimony.
Yeah, we're struggling to show this testimony, but we know that it's going to be great for all of you and also for your friends that maybe they were going to watch the show even after the show is done, right? So this testimony, it would be really, really good. I think that's why it's so hard to put it on.
But we've tied up that problem and we're moving on. Now, she talked about why, I'm not saying why, the cause we know already, but one of the things that spark it for girls is the comparisons and feeling unliked or unloved, stuff like that.
I mean, and somebody like going there and, you know, this is how I do to be free of my problem, and they motivating.
They teach each other how to cope. Now, on the flip side with guys, you know, coming from somebody who used to do it himself, it's more like the anger issue. No, sometimes the guy gets frustrated, and then with that frustration, he goes into anger, and he's kind of afraid of taking it out on people, but it's kind of okay to take it out on himself, like here on camera 3. So those of you who are watching, the guys right now, who you cut. You cut because you feel angry. You cut because you feel this rage inside of you because you can't change the situation at home. No, you're flunking your class. You can't find no peace. You don't sleep at night, and you put your headphones on and just blast that music, and you try to zone out. And the more you try to zone out, the worse it gets. The more angry you feel, the worse it is for you on the inside. The more hatred you have towards your parents, the more hatred you have towards your older brother, the guys who bully you, or something that happened, a very traumatic experience in your past. So if that's the case, I also want you to step out. You don't have to come and go public. No, I cut. That's not what we're asking. We're not trying to embarrass you. No, the only person I'm trying to put on the spot tonight is who?
Can I say it?
No. We'll talk about it later. But you know who you are. You who are watching us know you who should be on the show by now, but you have not logged on. And the real focus of our program is to show you that there is a way out, not through a nice fancy speech. There's a way out because these people who come, they've seen a way out. They are knowing what to do this time around. And the worst thing that you could ever feel is feeling lost in your own skin. So for the guys who feel this frustration and they take out their anger on themselves by cutting, and even the girls who also do it, regardless of your age or your gender or what gang you belong to, or if you don't belong to a gang, a clique, if you're a jock, a nerd, if you're into rock, hip hop, if you don't like any particular kind of music.
No matter who you are, no matter.
That's irrelevant to us. What's important to us is those who are really going through a hard time, especially with this. Those who are watching us right now, and you really, really, really want to come because you say, you know what? I got to check them out. I got to at least find out. So I'm not even asking you to come. I'm not inviting you to come. I'm daring you to come. I'm daring you to come and see for yourself what these people have seen. Because if it's not through a challenge, it's not going to be through anything else. So all of you who are watching me right now, and you cut, you have a case of depression, you feel suicidal, and you want to find relief this weekend, and relief that cannot be found in a blade, cannot be found in a blunt, cannot be found in a bottle, then I want you to be here. 3501 West Flagler Street. This is the address where you can find happiness, and a happiness that will last you a lifetime, and a lifetime that will be a life worth living. Okay, we're gonna go with Kirian's story. When we come back, I'm gonna be showing all of you here our very great message for who?
For Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Come on.
Watch the show, Rebecca. This message is for you.
My name is Kirian. I'm 16 years old and I attempted suicide 3 times. I mean, don't get me wrong, it didn't start from there where I just wanted to take my own life. As a little girl, I grew up feeling very lonely and sad because my dad left me and my mom and my younger sibling at a very young age. I always saw how children played with their fathers and they went to the park all as a happy family, and I didn't have that. I felt very sad and lonely, and I envied that because I wanted my dad around, but he left us, and that just caused a great depression in me, and I became very depressed. At the age of 12, no one should be feeling the way I did. Growing up with depression made me feel very lonely, have anxiety, and reject all the people I loved or who cared about me. I grew up having all these problems, envying, hating, because of this big depression I held inside of me. And I became a totally different other person once I started seeing that people in my school were dressing a certain way. They were goth. I thought that if I became another person or started dressing like them, my emptiness and my depression would leave, but that wasn't enough. Changing who I was and changing my appearance didn't help me achieve anything. I still felt that emptiness and that sadness and that depression that was holding me captive. Since I saw that that wasn't enough, changing the way I looked or the way I dressed, I figured out, well, why don't I start cutting myself? If people do it, why don't I do it? Maybe I'll help all that emptiness inside of me. I wanted to feel the pain I was feeling inside of me. All that anger and all those emotions I had, I wanted to feel it on my own skin. I wanted to feel all that pain I was feeling. I wanted to see how it felt, and I wanted to take all the emptiness and all the anger and all that sadness out of me. So I started cutting myself on my wrist. I started cutting my thighs, thinking that the pleasure of the pain would help all the emptiness I had, since other people would do it. But I saw that that wasn't enough either. At the age of 13, I decided to take my own life 3 times. The first time I tried it was by cutting my wrist very deeply. The second time I tried it was by jumping off a staircase, which didn't work, either of those two. The third time I tried it was by drinking prescription pills and overdosing. I thought if I didn't wake up, it would solve my problems. But I woke up, and that's when I realized I had to change. And that's when I was invited to the YPG. First, when I got there, I had a very different opinion about them. I thought that I was going to be judged once I walked through that door. I thought that everyone was gonna judge me because of the way I acted or the way I dressed. But once I got there and I actually participated, I saw how everyone was loving and caring, and how everyone was actually willing to be my friend. And no one judged me. And I was me. I was there, and I could be who I am today. Act like a different Kyrian, and not the same suicidal girl who had all that depression and anxiety. Today, I don't have any grudges towards my dad. I don't have suicidal thoughts. I'm me, and I'm a new Kyrian, and I'm happy.
And that's why we insisted so much on showing you this testimony. You could see that today she's not sad, she's not depressed, she's not trying to kill herself anymore, she's not cutting her wrist to feel like relief or to feel like, oh, you know, I need to end this suffering. Because today she found this true happiness that you also can find. Yes, I can give you the location. We are at 3501 West Flagler Street, and I'm not gonna lie to you and say that your life is gonna become perfect overnight, because it's not like that. But here, when you come, you're gonna start seeing the changing inside of you first, and then everything around will be changing little by little. So come to us, and you're gonna see a real change, a real happiness inside of you, right?
Life Worth Living is not only the name of the show, but it is the guarantee. If you come, you listen, and you just do it, all right? But it's something that you have to take the first step, because Bruna, I do not know where this person is.
Yes.
I don't know who you are, what you're doing. I don't know how far you live from here, or even if you're watching from another state. But you can find us. I'm letting you know where I am. I'm letting you know where you can find the help that we have found. All right? I'm not saying that I am the answer. Not at all. Jesus is the answer. But you have to find this faith yourself, right? Now, Bruna.
No, don't show.
Are we ready?
No, because we did not reach the 25 views.
I think Maria Eduarda de Oliveira Moraes is throwing up the hashtag YPG Orlando, and YPG Orlando Colonial is where Rebecca resides.
And also, Erika Rafaela is also throwing the hashtag
Yes, and
YPG Orlando.
And there are people asking, where is Rebecca?
So we want to know.
And again, there she goes, Rebecca, where are you? And there are so many others who are
and
just
Maria Eduarda is also
YPG
asking,
family
Rebecca,
to
where are
the
you?
rescue.
So if you don't know you are there in her branch, I have no idea.
Speaking of rescue, here on camera 3, please, I want you guys to, no, I can't walk. But here, yeah, I want you guys to take 1 minute, and this one here is for all the coordinators. If you're a tribe coordinator, a branch coordinator, wherever you might be, I want you to go out tomorrow and do something that I am going to be doing. Now, this is my YPG challenge to you. And you can throw up the hashtag rescue. All right? What are you going to do? You are going to find somebody who used to be in the YPG, who used to be active. Maybe he was, a coordinator for the sports, for the media, for culture, for uniforms, for any one of our many groups and teams. Maybe she was a branch coordinator herself, and for whatever reason, and we're not really interested into the whys, but for whatever reason, he or she bailed. They left, they bounced, they got out, and now they are nowhere to be found. But you know where they are, you know where they live, you have their phone number, you can hit them up. And I want you to literally do this up. You are going to go. You are going to find this person and you're going to bring them back this Sunday. All right? So the same way we're going to be helping those who cut, we're going to throw in this Bring Back Sunday, okay? Those of you who are watching me, this is especially for the coordinators, for the tribe leaders, for the vice leaders, for the guys who are putting their back into it, those who don't accept their tribes to go down, those who don't want to see the YPG empty. You who are feeling like this, I want you, yes, you, to go out and rescue at least one. At least one of them that used to be here and for whatever reason they left. You're not going to go there to rain bricks on them. You're going there to rescue, because right now they feel under a heavy weight. They are feeling down, depressed, guilty, ashamed, embarrassed, and the list goes on. You have any comments?
Yeah, I have here Raquel, Rachel, Tasha saying, who is Rebecca? So please.
Erika Rafaela knows who Rebecca is. Maria Eduarda knows who Rebecca is, and many others know who Rebecca is. Do we have a picture of Rebecca? If we have time, we'll throw up that picture. But this here is the message here for Rebecca. Rebecca, this is the message for today. What's written on it?
It's blank. There's nothing there.
Just like the challenge, Rebecca, there is no challenge. There is no message. Where is the challenge? We're going to be having this like maybe spring break of 2030, 2035.
Maybe when we are all 50 years old.
Maybe when I make the migration from YPG to Caleb Group, maybe then
Caleb
I'll have
challenge. Caleb challenge.
the Caleb challenge. So Rebecca, we want to know what is the challenge, but my challenge to all the branch coordinators and all the coordinators of any group, any kind of tribe, go out and bring them back. Let's rescue at least one tomorrow, okay?
And I think we blew up our time.
Yes, we did. We went over 33 minutes. We're going to close the show, but right now we're going to be praying for all the family members of some of those, of all those people who lost their lives in this tragedy here in FIU. We're going to be making this prayer for them. All right? Close your eyes wherever you are. Think about these students who lost friends, these families who lost their children. My God, in the name of Jesus, I pray right now on behalf of all the families who are suffering, who are struggling, who are really going through hell right now because they lost a very important part of their house. They lost their son, their daughter, their brother. They lost their father. They lost someone. And now that person is not coming back. They're not going to come back home. They're not going to go back to work. They're not going to go back to school. They're not going to be back. I pray for these families who are hurting right now. I pray for the families of the friends that they are not of blood, but they are closer sometimes than a brother or a sister. I pray for them, those who survived, those who are severely injured in this tragedy. I pray that you may bring them out of this, that they will not succumb to the injuries, but they're going to get over them. They're going to move. They're going to walk again. They're going to see again. They're going to be able to live. And I ask that you may protect those who are close, bystanders who saw it, but they were spared. I ask that you may open their eyes so that they may see that you were there protecting them, sparing their lives. In Jesus' name we pray for all those families who are hurting, for all those who don't know what to do. I pray that your Spirit may comfort them. Amen. So guys, that's all for our show tonight. We'll be back on Monday. Yes, Monday. And get ready, YPG Apopka, because Tuesday, we're going to be out there in Apopka. Yes, Tuesday we'll be in Apopka. And Monday we'll be back here, Monday night at 10 p.m. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.